All right, Miss Marcy Lee, come on.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Let's go. Last one, guys. Last one.
So I didn't know what I was going to say and what I was going to do. And to be completely honest with you guys, I came here today and I told Leonard that last night I was about 30 seconds from calling him and telling him that I couldn't do it today. So I'm going to just start off like this. Mental health is defined as a state of well-being in which every individual realizes his or her potential, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. Right. Well, what happens when you can't do that? What happens when you feel like you can't live up to that moment? When you don't have anything in you to give, when you feel like my cup is empty and I don't have anything. 48 hours ago, for the first time in like 12 years, I disabled all my social media accounts and I said, look, I just need a break. I need everybody to just be quiet and I can't listen to nothing. It was liberating. Damn it, it was nice to just not hear anybody's thoughts, the negativity. I just had to shut it down. Some of you may know, a lot of you don't know, I was in a car accident on New Year's Eve that almost killed me. I had a girl who was not tested, whether or not she was drunk driving or not. I can only speculate on that. But she hit me head-on collision when she came into my lane. I was not at fault at the time. It was deemed that way. And I sustained multiple injuries to my neck and my back. And literally just prior to that, I was in the best shape of my life. I was going to the gym, and my mental health, I literally felt like I was in the best shape of my life. I was on top of my game. Life was literally good. It was good. It was great. I work with kids. That's what I do. I work at the Joshua Center. I work with kids who have social, emotional upsets, issues that they just need to work through, and they just need a little bit of help. And I help to provide some of that help with an amazing team. But I want to talk about what does that look like when I need help. When those of us who we spend so much time helping everybody else, what happens when we need help? When you need help? It's so easy, I find, as we look on social media, and this irks me to my core. I've seen so much over the last couple months. Everybody shares this post that goes something along the lines of, if you ever need me, just reach out and I'm here for you, and suicide prevention and mental health is real and mental illness is real. But nobody wants to talk about what that really looks like. It's more than just schizophrenia. It's more than just a major depressive disorder where somebody sits around and they cry all day. Sometimes it's just somebody can't manage their day-to-day stresses. Maybe life just gets a little too overwhelming. And as a community, a lot of the times we don't talk about what do you do in that moment? Who do you go to? Who do you turn to? As adults, a lot of the times we have those friends of ours who stop going out. They stop being social. They don't want to go out on a Friday night. They don't want to go out on a Saturday night. For those of you teenagers, that could mean the friend that decides they don't want to go to the basketball game on a Friday. They don't want to go hang. They don't want to go chill. They stay home. Now all of a sudden they're angry all the time. Bro, what's wrong with you? How do you guys approach that? A lot of the time we pick fun at them. It's a ha-ha, it's a funny, oh, you're boring, oh, that's lame. What if we took that approach as, are you okay? Are you all right? What do you need? Sometimes they might need just somebody to just be quiet and not talk. Just listen. Just listen. Last summer, I had an uncle. Let me tell you a story about my uncle. As a young child, my uncle was hit by a car, and he was in a full-on body cast. And this caused him to have pain that literally went through with him his entire life. So he was on opiates, and it just went with him for his entire life. And as he became an adult, he decided he didn't want to take these meds anymore. He didn't want to deal with that. Well, that came with considerable consequences. Last year, my uncle, he jumped off an overpass. He's still alive, thank God. He's still alive. This year, in trying to deal with the pain that came with that car accident, I looked at one of my family members and I said, I understand why he jumped off that overpass. I get it. When you have to look and you take 12 pills at one time just to manage some pain, I get that. A month ago, I had a doctor who tried to take me off of a medication that blocks the nerve pain that is associated with this car accident. So it literally felt like I had a bullet hole that was traveling through my chest at any given moment. Didn't have to move any particular way. That's just what happened. In doing that, he caused a major issue with my mental health. I had somebody that I could call, and the phone call went something like this. Hi. My sister said, hey. As I'm trying to choke back tears and not let her hear that I'm crying, I'm in a state of panic. I said, are you busy? She said, no. But can you come over? She said, I'm on my way. Hung up the phone. My sister and I have never had that short of a conversation where she knew that something was wrong. My sister came over and I was in a state of panic. Had I not had anybody to call, I would have been in the emergency room being watched by the psychiatric staff there. And all because a doctor did not do his due diligence in making sure that my medication was right so that I could get off one nerve blocker and onto a different one. This is what mental health looks like. It's not schizophrenia all the time. It's not always somebody just acting crazy. It's not always bipolar. But I had people that I was able to reach out to say, I need somebody, I need some help. And it wasn't people that were so quick to judge. I can look in this crowd right now and I can say that anybody that knows me knows my social media is full of a lot of positive messages. I'm constantly posting videos that are uplifting, inspiring, and motivating. 48 hours ago, I disabled all of my social media. Not one person that I'm looking at right now called to see what's up with that. Now, am I okay? Absolutely. I just needed a break from everything. I needed things to be quiet. And I'm okay with that. I'm all right. But the next time that you guys notice behavior changes in your friends, especially you young people, you guys are at ages where suicide rates for high schoolers, middle schoolers,
all-time high.
It's unreal.
Absolutely.
When you feel like your friends are going to judge you rather than support you, when you feel like you can't talk to anybody because they'd rather clown you than say, yo, you good? It's easier to swallow a bottle of pills than it is to just say, it's okay, I'm gonna work through this.
That's
I got
right.
a team that's gonna help me.
And the African American rate is even higher.
Don't look at mental health as something that we don't talk about. Because we don't talk about it. I'm talking about it.
Talk about it.
We're talking about it.
Absolutely.
Recognize who it is that you can reach out to. Everybody's got somebody that they can reach out to. There are plenty of places all around this community. I'm literally looking at another provider standing right in front of me, recording me right now, who's here to help people, not just young people, not older people, literally people of all ages. Know who your resources are, who your safety nets are, the people that you can reach out to. Because at the end of the day, the stigmas, they gotta stop. It's not all about being crazy, you're bipolar, schizophrenic. Oh, that's just cousin Pookie over there, he's off his meds, that's all right, he's gonna be all right. No, maybe he's not all right. No, maybe he's not all right. That friend who decides that they're not gonna go out anymore and they're super antisocial, maybe they got some anger problems that they could use some help with. Maybe they need somebody that they can vent to. Just think about it. Thank you for your time.
Oh, that was
Absolutely.
incredible. Wow.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Hey, listen, we got a short